Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, you guys know what time it is. The Double Evolution tourney has dropped as of 3 hours ago, and so in today's video, I'll be showing you guys 5 of, in my opinion, the best decks to use for this tournament. So as you can see, you get to play with 2 evolutions. We have 2 Evo slots, and it's going to last 4 days long. It looks like all the tournaments these days are lasting 4 days long. I'm not that happy about this because, honestly, I loved how in the Rage tournament there were no Evos, and I kind of was hoping they would go back to that, because no Evo Global Tourneys were some of my favorites in this game, and I got 2 top 100 finishes in both of them, but earlier last year. But I guess they're steering more towards this direction of having many Evos. Anyways, we kind of just have to adapt and deal with it. So again, I'll be showing you guys 5, in my opinion, the best decks to use for the tournament. They've been custom picked by yours truly. I used a bit of my own knowledge on the meta, as well as some research and observations I made from watching some people as well, which I always like to do to make sure these are good. So if you guys want to play any of these decks, links will be in the description below if you're interested. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into the deck breakdown. So starting out, we have this Mortar Miner deck, and I'm starting out with what I think is going to be one of the most broken decks in the entire meta, whether it's in this tournament or not, because Guards got buffed, Archer Queen got buffed, and this deck's just going to pop off. Evo Mortar is one of the most underrated Evos in the game right now. I actually think it's really broken, and Minor Poison with the fast cycle in a deck like this is just broken always. Like, you can always just break through whatever. So I think this is going to be one of the strongest decks. As for how to play it, it's pretty rinse and repeat. You just want to go for your Evo, or you want to go for your Mortars early on to try and cycle to an Evo Mortar, and then just pressure with that, depending on the matchup. Sometimes you aren't going to be going for your Mortars at all in offense. Sometimes you'll save them for defense. As you can see, we have the double Evos locked and loaded here. And let's just get into the first match. By the way, guys, Guards, after that buff, they survive arrows now. Apparently they survive a barb barrel now. Like, they are insane. So found our first game against an Iraqi player, looks like. Just gonna go for my Mortar first play. Absolutely no risk whatsoever in this play. I'll go for my Queen plus Ice Spirit to keep the Loon in place and maybe get some Mortar damage. Not really gonna happen, but Queen is gonna counter push, and I kind of do want to Miner with this actually, because he did go for Goblins earlier on, which is kind of a sacrificial to Elixir. Gonna pop my ability, that's gonna kill the Fisherman, as he does whisk the Miner in, and so Queen is gonna be on tower, 1 hit. I think we're gonna get 2 more maybe? 1, and we get barely, we missed out the last one, but we get 2 Queen hits for our troubles. So looking like Recruit's Lumberloon, I guess. Don't think this is the best matchup, because I only have Queen as air defense, but I believe I should still be fine, honestly. This deck is so good. LP, I'm actually just going to Poison that. Poison, one of the best cards in the meta right now, honestly, as well, guys, because LP is super broken. I don't know how it is after the nerf. It did just get nerfed, but one of the most recent things that people have been using Poison for is just because it kills LP in one go, obviously. So that is a big benefit. I am fairly certain he's playing Lumberloon, honestly, but who knows for sure. I'll just Ice Spirit low. I'll go Guards for the Fisher. I'm not sure if I should go, like, Miner or Queen. I don't want to cycle a Queen, to be honest, because he's probably just going to be able to go for Loon to punish that. Now I'll go for my Queen to kill the Fisherman. As you guys can see, that's the ridiculous interaction I was talking about, where it literally does survive a set of arrows. That's just crazy. I'll go for my Log, cycle back to my Ice Spirit for these recruits on the left. Pretty much a perfect defense. Then I'll go for my Miner to counter push with this Queen, as she should be getting back to her ability anytime now. So LP comes down, Goblins too, but I'm back to my ability, and that's going to be a dead LP. And I think that's a dead tower. Yes, a Snowball. Goes for the Fisherman. Bad play. I think he had to Snowball there. That's going to be so much damage just pouring in. I'll actually just eat this Fisherman on my tower and go for an offensive Mortar right now. And I'm already back to my Evo Mortar next up. So Evo Archers come out, which is actually huge, guys, because Evo Archer is one of the best cards. I'll actually just straight up Poison that, to be honest. I don't want to mess around with that at all. I'm literally just going to Poison that. And this actually looks kind of bad now, I'm not going to lie. This really does not look good. I'll go Queen and then early ability to try and take this Loon out as early as possible. He's only going to get 1 hit, thank God. If he got more, I would have been screwed. He does have Snowball arrows, as you can see. Again, that's what I was kind of talking about with sort of a weakness of this deck, because I only do really have like 1 air defense. Although the Mortar, as you can see, it's so strong. I think it's on tower now. I think that's a good game. Yep, look at that Mortar going to town on his tower, because Goblins get a guaranteed hit when they spawn. It's just ridiculous. And that's just going to be Poison range, not even. That's just going to be game. If he went for more Loons, I would have just obviously gone defensive Mortar and then cycled back to a Queen to help out against it, as you can see right here. And that would have been how I would have defended that. But, yeah, I guess, you know, it is what it is. That's not really a great matchup, I don't think. Although that guy didn't play it very well at all. He got punished really hard in single, and just the queen was so strong. Yeah, recruits. He replaced the lumberjack with a fisherman, it looks like. I feel like he should probably put a lumberjack in there somewhere, because it is lumberloon for a reason. But yeah, recruits, one of the most annoying evils in the game. I think we can expect to see that a fair amount as well. But very nice first match again. I think this deck can really outplay any matchup if played well, and it's just a very strong deck overall. Alright guys, next up, I apologize for what I'm showing you on the screen. We are playing this Goblin Giant Evo Recruits deck. Now, this is not really a new deck, but rather one that I saw someone playing. I was watching the top 50 to get some inspiration for this video, and I saw one of my friends in the top 50 playing against someone else who had this deck, and I was reminded of it, and I was like, wow, this was a thing last meta. I guess it's coming back. So I didn't showcase it last time I made a double Evo video, so I'm doing it this time around. We have the Evo Archers, one of the best Evos in the game. It's not really that strong, like broken after the nerf, but it's still just solid. Then Evo Recruits, a pretty oppressive and just overall solid card, I guess, and especially when paired with Goblin Giant, which sounds stupid to say, but it's legit. And Goblin Giant, another one of the most broken cards in the game, that wasn't really nerfed, and people have been asking for a nerf, so that's just going to be a very strong combination. We have the LP to round it off with the Fisherman on defense too. Fireball Rage. Fireball is a pretty good spell, and Rage is just pretty much going to be a solid option if we're like overwhelming our opponents. I did also lose a little bit, guys. I'll talk more about that later, but for now let's focus on this game. Ratto XX, give him the good luck and see what's up here. I'll just go Goblins with this starting play and see what we can do here and find out what this guy's running as well. Goblin Gang. Okay, hopefully it's not Logbait, because I don't have too much against Logbait. Okay, he has Evo Bats too. That could actually potentially overwhelm me. I'll just go for my LP to back, I suppose, and see what I can do here. He's not doing anything, so I kind of just want a Goblin Giant. I will, actually. Number one, it's going to protect my LP. Number two, it's actually going to attack the loon. I have a feeling he's about to go Recruits right now, because the deck he's playing screams Recruits. Okay, Barbs, I'll Fireball that too. Why not? And we're going to get more damage than him. He got no damage, and I got like 600, so he's actually not playing Recruits. I guess he's playing Barb's Bats, which is like a pretty interesting combination, to say the least. I'm not really sure what's going on with it. We do have some decent options in this deck. I have the Evo Archers, which are going to be nice on defense. I also have the LP, so I have two relatively okay air defense cards. It's just going to be a question of if I can break through, I guess. It looks like he's down Elixir, because I went Recruits the back, and he's kind of leaking. Let's see what he does. I think I'll just split my archers, keeping in trend with the whole split lane pressure thing. And he goes arrows, that's fair enough. That's going to let that Mega Minion kind of go to town. But I'm actually going to get a fair amount of damage here with this Recruits. I'm actually at least going to force stuff out, and as a result, he does have to go Bats as well, which I can just rage off. I think I'll sacrifice one Goblin, because I need to cycle anyways, and they will actually counter push for something. Yeah, there's the guards. Now I'm gonna go LP, and I don't have any air cards and cycles. If he's smart, he might go with something like Evo, or just a balloon, I guess. Okay, wait, he's playing what? Lava Hound? Okay, I was really not ready for that. I really was not, like, I am, it actually makes sense, you know, Evo Barbs, like, it actually makes a lot of sense, but I don't know. I'm gonna go Goblin Giant and get ready to Fireball his Barbs as soon as possible, because they need to go. So where are the Barbs? There they are. Fireball ASAP, and then Archers myself. Fireball's going to clear the Bats too, which is really clutch. I'll rage those remaining Barbs, and that's going to be, look at this counter push from the surviving Goblin Giant guys. Now, what I think my opponent should have done there is probably sacked the tower and gone Balloon with the right side, because the right side was pretty menacing. Actually didn't really have anything in cycle for it, but instead he just tried to defend and kind of got overwhelmed. So that's pretty much going to be good game, guys. As you can see, this deck is actually pretty scummy. Like, it doesn't require too much thought, I feel. And this guy kind of just got steamrolled. I do have pretty good defensive options with the LP and the Evo Archers again. So it's not like I'm kind of like starved for defensive options. I'm going to just arrows this back and then rage to take the tower. And that's going to be a very nice win. Didn't really feel the need to go LP ability at any point in this game. I mean, I could have. But I felt I should conserve for defense. So now let's talk about the losses, guys, because that was a really clean-cut game that I just won really easily. So I do believe if you go into the GT with this deck, number one, you have to be prepared for some bad matchups, because I actually got some pretty bad ones here, and I was surprised. Number two, you actually have to be sort of familiar, I guess. Like, I feel like it's the kind of deck that you can play while turning off your brain, but at the same time, you can get overwhelmed because, for example, against this Xbow player, when I first saw Xbow, I was like, okay, I probably have a good matchup, especially if it's 3.0, but turns out he had Pump Bow, and he actually had a much faster cycle than me, so I actually wasn't really able to do much because he just got like 3 pumps on the board. I kind of got overwhelmed, and the Evo Knight paired with the Evo Archer just kind of like got me. Like, he was just going Xbow, and I was down Elixir, so I kind of got screwed over. Then against Golem, I actually took his tower really early on, but I eventually got overwhelmed because I can't really kill the E-Drag, especially with a huge like Golem healer push. Like, I only have Archers, LP, and Fireball. I can't really kill that. Also, Evo Bats, they all just overwhelm me. And again, he has Barbs, like Evo Barbs. Barbs do pretty well against this deck, I guess. They're one of the best counters in the game against Recruits and also Goblin Giant, so that is why we have the Fireball, but still, be warned that you might not get the best matches with this deck, and I generally just don't like it that much. Just want to showcase it because I saw someone playing it in the top 50, and also I didn't show it in my last video, but it's still a very solid deck, I think. Just, you need to be a certain type of player to play it, I guess. Next up, we're moving on to Logbait. I generally do like to include cycle decks as much as I can in these videos, and so Logbait is making an appearance once more. Believe it or not, we are not playing the old version I showed in the last video of this kind, where we had Evo Knight and Evo Skellies, and then Princess instead of Archers. Now we have Evo Archers, Evo Skellies, Mighty Miner Cannon. So this is, you know, I can't really speak much about the playstyle of Logbait. It's all just about wanting your opponent to play something on your barrel, and then they don't have log for something else. But this kind of changes it up because it's more of just a Goblin Barrel cycle deck, I feel. We don't really have much Logbait in the sense that they can log much stuff because we don't have Princess, we don't have Goblin Gang, or Guards, or Goblins. But of course, in order to utilize an Evo, you have to use something like Skeletons or even Ice Spirit. The main reason why I'm showing this deck, guys, is because I saw Riley playing in the top 50 with it. And if he's playing a deck, I'm pretty sure you can know that he's going to be playing a good deck, one of the best ones. And I think he might have come up with this, might have gotten it from somewhere, but I got it from him, and that's why I'm showcasing it to you guys. Rocket, not one of the best cards in the game right now, but it can do well. I actually saw he was against like Lumberloo, and it didn't look that great. He was losing by quite a lot, but he just came back by pure Rocket cycle pretty much, so Rocket really just allows you to do anything, pretty much. So yeah, we're gonna get some damage. I'm getting a bit of lag for some reason, I've noticed, so hopefully that doesn't keep up. But we see a delivery, which could mean Royal Hogs, Earthquake, and Firecracker 2. I'm actually not gonna Rocket that because I don't want to be down so much Elixir, even though that would be a pretty good Rocket. I feel like it is Pig's EQ. He has an LP as well, and they're the Pigs. I'm going to go for my Mighty for the... Okay, I kind of messed that all up, unfortunately, for me, but it should still be okay. I'll log this all back to kill the Firecracker, and then I'll probably have to go Mighty Ability soon, because he's going to go Guardian. Yeah, he is. Actually, I think I won't. I'll just let the Mighty Miner do its thing on the Guardian. Yeah, it basically melts that Guardian, actually, and then I can just go like this. So yeah, we are actually getting countered right now, guys. Very unfortunate. This guy has Log, Delivery, and Earthquake. Generally speaking, Pig's EQ is always a bad matchup for Logbait, and this guy just has a lot of bad stuff, unfortunately for me. He actually gets the delivery down in time. Well played as well. What I'm going to have to do is get the King Tower activation as soon as humanly possible, because I need that extra defense against the Pigs. And I guess it's going to come down to Rocket Cycle at a certain point. I also don't really like going same lane, I'm going to be honest. I'm not very fond of that, so that might have to change at some point. He's going to go Pigs. I'll do this instead just to guarantee the activation. Does go for a nice Earthquake. I'll go Ice Spirit plus Mighty Ability. I'll take one Firecracker hit, but that should be fine. And I'll do this, guys. I'm going to go Skeletons and Barrel for some split lane pressure right now. Let's see how he responds to this. He has his own Evo Skelly, so he's actually just going to get away with the easiest defense of his life. That is actually really sad. Like, this is a terrible matchup, guys. I actually might just lose this game, and it does suck to see, but losses do happen. You saw I already lost a few before as well. And I'll still try and win, of course, but it's looking really bad. Like, this guy has delivery. Just going to go delivery on these archers. I'll go barrel, actually. Trying to not allow him to delivery on the archers and force it on the barrel. Yup, okay, it worked out because he still wanted to delivery on the archers, which was a big mistake, actually. And there is the Evo Firecracker. Goes for the high EQ. I'll Skellies to distract it. I think it's going to hit tower once, though. Like, I can't do much against Firecracker 2. That's another very annoying card for this deck. Don't know why he says well played. Like, I literally could not do much against that. But the archers are going to kill the LP. Yeah, very beautiful, actually. So this is definitely going to go into Rocket Cycle at some point, guys. This is going to be the anti-Earthquake cannon placement as well, by the way, against Pigs, just in case you didn't know. And that's just going to allow me to kill those without letting him Earthquake my tower. Probably going to go LP ability, in which case I do have the Evo Archers at the ready. Or Evo Skellies, rather, at the ready. And I'm kind of just holding on to them. I feel like, yeah, I just generally want to, like, save them to get value. He might EQ, Okay, he's not going to EQ, but I'll just go for my Evo Skellies now to DPS all this down. And that's going to do a great job at just killing all of those. And then he may protect the Firecracker, may not. He elects not to. I'll get my Mighty down to match his 3-card cycle. Might have to rocket on defense here, I'm thinking, especially if he goes pigs in front. Does he? Does he even have them, actually? He doesn't. Goes Evo Skellies the back. Pretty good play. I'll still barrel, and then I'll go in for my barrel, or rather, I'll still cannon, and then go in for my log for the Skellies. And that, I think this guy's just not playing it very well. I'm outplaying him right now, which is a really good sign, because I don't like this matchup very much. Let's see if I can get an ability on the tower. Just barely missed it, unfortunately, for me. He's probably going to go pigs in a sec here. Yep, makes sense. I'll go like this, and then try and get an Ice Spirit on this Firecracker. No, that's not going to work out at all. But I'll just log to make sure that dies. Yeah, that Firecracker is wreaking havoc everywhere. And I'll go ability right now because I have a feeling he's going to go ability. No, he didn't actually. I was wrong. So he actually did not preserve his Mighty, or preserve his LP, which is fine, I guess. I'm just going to rocket straight up, guys. I don't want to mess around with anything here. Just rocket and take it, especially because he does go for the high EQ, which is perfect for me because that's actually like literally EQing nothing. Like, I have no complaints about that whatsoever. Go for my low cannon, log. Even if he EQs, low cannon is going to do its job pretty well, actually. And then I have to go high archers, I feel. Perfect Ice Spirit, going to jump. And I think we won because I don't even need to rocket cycle. Like, here, say I was even in damage, right? This would be a very common rocket cycle moment. Actually, hit the Firecracker. That's huge, guys. Look at that. But this would be a typical rocket cycle moment where you want to, like, just get your 3-card cycle down and start spell cycling them out. But it looks like I just got really good damage in the game overall. My opponent was kind of distracted, and he just kind of got outplayed and overwhelmed. Like, honestly, I don't think this matchup should have been nearly as close, considering he has Pigs EQ, but it was, and I'll just rocket his next Pigs prediction. Good game. And yeah, he gives a good game too. Honestly, guys, I don't think that matchup is as good as I made it look. I really just think he messed up by, I guess, number one, he messed up early, because you know when I went barrel to bait out the delivery so my archers could survive, he was still hell-bent on going delivery on the archers, so that really screwed him over because the barrel got quite a bit of damage. And then later on, I just kind of got barrel damage here and there, because I don't think I rocket cycled at all until triple. I don't even think I really used my rocket, except for when I rocketed against the pigs. So I feel like that was pretty good by me. And also, that looks like a pretty good deck by him, actually, that Pigs deck. So if you guys want, like, another EQ deck, that could be one that works. But yeah, this is just kind of more of a, like, a general fundamentals deck. Like you guys saw, I just defended well the whole game, pressured with the barrels, and then rocket cycled at the end. Like, it's really just a fundamentals type deck. Moving on, though, we have Hog EQ. This deck literally never dies. You always see me showing it, or some form of either Pigs EQ or Hog EQ in these videos. You could also play Pigs EQ if you wanted. I guess you could use Evo Ice Spirit. I think Evo Ice Spirit's unlocked. Usually what they do, guys, for these tourneys is they don't reveal or they don't include the latest Evo. So Evo Valk is not in this. But Ice Spirit wasn't in the last one, so it should be in this one. And I'm playing this version with Evo Knight, Evo Firecracker, Tesla. If you want, you could go like Evo Skellies. I actually saw this guy playing Evo Firecracker, Evo Skellies, Giant Skeleton. And Giant Skeleton was buffed, so, you know, Hog EQ with Giant Skeleton is doing work. But I just feel like this is a very traditional type deck. It's very standard, you know, you just have your traditional Skellies, Ice Spirit, Knight Firecracker defense. Like, it's very, very basic, and I think that makes it a good thing. Like, easy to pick up, easy to retain the skills. Hog first play, he's probably going to NATO based on the fact that he's leaking, or he's just going to give up. Wow, that is actually unfortunate, because I was looking forward to showcasing this. Wow, looking forward to showcasing this deck. I might have to play one more, guys, which is a bit uncanny and unconventional for me, because I don't really want to, like, I don't want to keep going, because I actually am not enjoying this tourney that much. Honestly, like, I feel like the meta's not going to be great, and I do always love making these videos for you guys, you know, showcasing the best decks early on. But wait, he didn't give up? He went recruits? Okay, is he still playing, or is he, like, what is he doing, actually? I am so lost right now. Genuinely. I mean, he arrows my king, so he obviously did give up, but I guess he just went recruits for fun? Like, alright then. I'll let all of that go, oh, no, wait. Wait, what is happening? Oh, that's still going to take tower, isn't it? I just want to make sure I don't get 3-crown myself by some accidental nonsense. But yeah, thanks, I guess, and good game. Not sure what that was. I did not pay this guy. He's not a paid actor. His deck looked to be this recruits deck, which I think my deck would have done very well against, guys. I'll go with one more, and then I'll play an extra match just to make up for that, I guess. Hopefully I don't get punished too much for this. And I hope this isn't FCB Damn. I recognize this guy, if it is the same guy, who plays Mega Knight Balloon. and I hope it's not him. Evo Barbs, okay. Evo Archers, Evo Barbs doesn't tell me too much. I really want to get back to a Firecracker as fast as I can for these Barbs, though. So I'll go like this. Firecracker's last, that's so unlucky. I'll Knight then, I suppose. Like, don't really have much else of a choice. And that's going to perfectly defend all of that, but what is he playing? He has Archers, Barbs, a Little Prince. Could be, obviously, some kind of beatdown. You don't really see Barbs outside of beatdown. And I noticed, guys, that's one card I haven't really showcased in any of these, like, tourneys with Evos in general, like Barbs. But, like, you know me, I'm not really a beatdown player anyways, so I'll Hog to kite this Guardian back. Beautiful kite. And bad Fisherman, because he could have easily activated King, but instead he's going to mess up and give me 2 Hog hits for whatever reason. This might be Goblin Giant. Wait, Bowler. Okay, that's going to be annoying. Wait, that's going to be good for me, though, because thankfully the Fisherman's going to save me. Bowler was going to hit the tower, but Fisherman really just came in clutch and saved me. He's super low in Elixir, guys, after that poison. If that kills, I'll go Hog. It doesn't kill, but now I'll still go Hog. And Ice Spirit, he should not be back to Barbs. Elixir-wise, yep, I was right. He can get them, like, now, but the damage is done, you know what I mean? And now I have an Evo Firecracker, guys. I'm actually just going to cycle it super early on because I wanted to just go to work on these Barbs. And look at this. Beautiful, and Arrows does not kill it. So, yep, like, that's basically a good game. Really good lead, and that's how you play this deck. Like, you can pressure so well in single. And you just cycle to your Evos faster than them. Like, he got back to his Evo Barbs. At the same time, I got back to my Evo Firecracker. And my card costs 1 extra Evo cycle. So you can see what I mean by this deck just being very solid overall. Especially when you cycle so fast. I think I'll center Tesla. I don't know what he has, whether it's like E-Giant, Golem, Normal Giant, Balloon even. I really don't know, and I don't really want to find out, so I'm just going to chill. And I was kind of holding off on cycling my Evo Knight, but I guess I'll do so now. And just EQ the Bowler. What is this guy playing? I'm actually a bit nervous. Like, it can't just be Spell Cycle, surely. Like, so far he is Spell Cycling me out, but surely that's not what it is. Like, I am really nervous for this push, though. If he goes like Balloon, I might just lose, honestly, because I'm placing my Teslas in a position where the Balloon will not go towards them. But Firecracker putting in work, as she does. Look at that. Look at her go. And then I can go Hog to... Oh, misplayed. Okay, my bad, guys. That was pretty bad, because actually, if that was going in the lane I wanted to, it would have forced a response out. But now it doesn't, really. I'll just EQ. And I do have the Evo Firecracker in cycle. I do want to save it, though, for something potentially important. What is he doing? Like, seriously, what is his win con? I'm so lost. Bowler? Oh, it's great. I mean, Graveyard does make sense, considering he has a poison in here. But it's just like, what was he doing the whole time? I'll log. Okay, I thought I didn't need to log, but evidently I really need to log. Oh my god. Okay, almost messed up. And, okay, wow. I am in danger right now. I'll go for my Knight, and I think I'm alive because the Evo Firecracker started helping out. If she didn't, though, I might have just lost to that push. And actually, I'm still... Actually, EQ does enough. It does like 150, so I think I'm good. But that was tense for a second. But, okay, that was really nice, guys. Like, I just kind of got him in single. And I feel like as the game goes on in this kind of matchup, you are just going to have a harder time. Like, he had lots of good defense for all my stuff. So, honestly, I was a bit nervous about that, but I guess that's just a Barb's Graveyard deck. Like, it looks decent, honestly. More inspiration, guys, if you want. Like, you can play this deck, this really annoying spam deck. This looks like a decent one if you want to play Graveyard. I usually showcase Splash Yard, but Splash Yard doesn't have any Evos other than the Knight or the Valk, so it didn't really make sense to put in a double Evo tourney. This Pigs deck is pretty good. I guess if you're a Lava player, you could play this. Golem, I guess with Evo Bats works out. That's interesting for sure. But yeah, Hog EQ just doing its thing. Last up, guys, we have my favorite deck in the game. You guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know me as a 3.0 Expo Cycle player, and that's exactly what I'm going to be bringing. I don't need to say much about the playstyle, because if you're a beginner and you have never played this deck before in your life, I wouldn't really recommend this deck as your first one. I'd say the other ones are all much more solid. Expo is a very high skill cap and difficult deck to use. But if you're an Expo player like me and you want to play it in the tourney, I feel like it can work because you have double Evos. Also, that Pumpo deck that guy played, I feel like that's decent. If you guys did not know, this guy has RG Barbs on his banner. If you didn't know, I did finish like top 600-ish, 650 in the last double Evos tourney with 3.0, so I actually did really well. Honestly, I was not expecting to even do nearly as well as that, but I did. So 3.0 can work, even though the meta is really bad for it in these tourneys. Like, it looks like we're already up against like Goblin Giant Recruit's Rage, the deck that I used. It looks like, because it really does look exactly like that deck. Because he's had Rage, Fisherman, Archers, but we'll find out. We'll only see with time, I guess. Just going to log all of that back. If he goes recruits in the back, okay, he goes pump. I'm actually still going to Xbow, guys, because I want to make something happen. If he goes LP, I'll be pretty upset, I guess. He does. I'll go archers to snipe it and just kill it. He does rage. That's going to be a dead LP. I'll Ice Spirit too. Although this doesn't look good, guys. Honestly, I don't feel great about this. I'm down so much. And I could fireball this pump right now, but I think that play will lose me the game. So I'm actually really worried right now. He has recruits in his pocket. He has a lot of elixir up on me. Like, this just doesn't look great. And if he's smart, he might even just compound that and go for another pump, which is going to be even scarier. He does. I'll fireball this time. I really don't see how leaking would do me any justice, but I'm really nervous now because I'm going to have a huge defense up ahead of me. Although it does look like he has arrows instead of fireball, which means he can actually kill the Evo archers right now. He has like arrows rage, so that could kill it, obviously, but otherwise, no. I'll Ice Spirit to protect my Evo archer. Beautiful. And, okay, she still died. But, you know, it mattered when it mattered, I guess. And she's going to get one hit. No, she doesn't. That's the nerf, actually. I forgot, guys. The range nerf does mean a 1 HP Evo archer doesn't get any hits anymore. Even though in a full HP one still gets 3 hits. It's just an unfortunate interaction, I guess. I really don't know what to do right now because I want to fireball. Oh my god. I'm going to fireball that. Like, I'm kind of having... like, I'm kind of panicking right now. I'll knight, and then I actually defended that really well. But I was really nervous because, like, what is he going to go for? I don't know. Is he going to go Goblin Giant? Like, what's he going to do? But I defended fine. And so now, looks like we're chilling because we got away from that elixir disadvantage hell. Like, I was down so much. But he kind of messed up his punish. He went, like, just random Goblin Giant at the bridge when I had Evo Archers in cycle, and I was able to get away with that. So I feel like he messed up his punish, but I'll obviously take that. I'll knight as well to take the LP out before it does too much, and then I have my Evo Archers in cycle. I might as well just go for them in the back. And this is definitely feeling like an overtime type match, guys. A lot of Xbow cycle games generally go to overtime anyways, and this guy's like playing Evo Recruits Goblin Giant. Like, there's no real point ever going offensive Xbow in my honest opinion, so I don't really think I'll be doing that very much. There are the recruits. I'm going to fireball the LP plus the recruits, and then I'll knight as well. Evo Knight's in the building. Hopefully I can protect the Tesla enough. Not really, actually. Oh god, Knight also went... Hopefully he doesn't arrows. He does arrows, but I guess I defended okay. Well, not really. Actually, I took a lot of damage, but might have to lean on defensive expos in future defenses, but that still wasn't too terrible, honestly. Considering that was a huge Goblin Giant Evo Recruits push. I'll cycle my Knight first. Want to get back to my Evo Knight. And I can go Tesla's 4 tiles down. Number 1, to hopefully avoid getting sniped by LPs at the center. And number 2, just because he doesn't have a fireball. I'm definitely going to fireball that, speaking of fireball. Get those Evo Archers out of there. Beautiful fireball on the LP plus Evo Archers, I think. Or Recruits plus Evo Archers, rather. And then he is going to... He has Evo Recruits in cycle now, doesn't he? So this is really bad. Like, this is not looking good at all. But I believe he just went arrows, I hope. I don't know, I'm really just YOLOing a lot of my card cycle counting right now. Okay, I was right, thank god. So I could just get away with the archers there. And now I'm going to defensive expo, because I really just need to survive for the next 50 seconds. Like, it's honestly a miracle I was even able to get that lock at the start, but I guess it's because I went so aggressive I was able to. And then, since I survived the subsequent defenses, that's why I was able to win this game. Well, it's not over yet, but ideally. For some reason, why is that spear hitting the tower from, like, all the way across the bridge, dude? He goes, hopefully one more hit. Okay, nice. That's going to be a dead LP. I can just go Evo Archers. And I think we won, guys. Like, I don't think he's going to really break through my defense. I won't even fireball that. I'm going to save up to, like, fireball log the recruits. Because that's a play I love making. Hopefully he goes recruits right now. Nice. And this is the fireball log. Look at that. Going to kill all of the recruits. I missed the fisherman, but it's not really a big deal. We're going to survive. And GG's to this dude playing the exact deck that I showcased earlier, although he had arrows instead of fireballs. So, really nice win by me. Honestly, if I didn't get that early lead, I might not have gotten a win at all, because this was not looking good. Like, it really was not looking good, matchup-wise. Although, I guess I can defend pretty well when he doesn't have a fireball. He has arrows instead. The Evo Archers aren't really killable. Although, obviously, arrows helps against generally archers without being evoed. But yeah, that was really nice, guys, and that's going to be 11 wins, so... We got 1 win with each of the decks. Unfortunately, I had to play a little extra because this guy randomly gave up, but I was thankfully still able to win with 3.0. I don't think this meta is going to be that fun. Honestly, as you can see, double Evos are really broken, and we see all these crazy decks coming out as a result of it. But that's about it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the showcase as always. I do this every single month for every single GT. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Good luck for the tournament. Again, deck links are all in the description below if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.